Hello, hello. Welcome to Pillow Talk, Season 3, Episode 2, or 3. I'm not sure which. We have a very special program tonight. Last week, we discussed political bodies, and human bodies, and lots of bodies. And this week, we're discussing what's outside those bodies.
What's covering the bodies?
What we typically call clothing. Oh yeah, turn on that sound. Turn on that sound.
What we typically call fashion. Now, as many of you know, obviously from watching our program every week, we are both very fashionable guys. We take great pride in our fashion. We talk a lot about what we're going to wear for the films and how we're going to portray ourselves, because fashion is also an extension of who you are as a person and who you are as just an entity in general. Tam, particularly, among our friends, if you ask any of our friends, if somebody just comes up to you like, which one's Tam? Who's Tam? Any of our friends are going to be like, he's the one with the fashion. He's the guy who's coming in and he's just blowing everyone's socks off. Now, one of the outfits that I loved so much, oh my gosh, it was this winter. We were making music together, and all of a sudden, Tam walks in. He's been in San Francisco for a day. He walks in full of new clothes that he got from Zara. He's a Zara man. Tam, tell me a little bit about what that means to you. What Zara means to you.
Zara is a big
And
thing.
we should say, of course, that this is in no way sponsored by Zara.
No, I had to pay for all the clothing at Zara that I got that day. There was no discount or commercial tie to Pillow Talk. It was purely a personal purchase on my part. Zara is a significant brand and philosophy. It is a look that is currently pretty damn good. This year and last year have been particularly nice, and I owe the appreciation of Zara to an ex-girlfriend of mine, Isi. Great taste, and that is maybe the first thing that I want to cover in fashion, is how we absorb fashion from other people.
Now, what exactly does that mean? Because I heard those words, I heard what you said, absorb fashion from other people, but I don't know what that means. Explain to me what that means.
To understand what that means, we need to flashback 10 years.
Flashback! Oh, that would be so cool if we
Yeah,
could
the
do
sound thing,
flashback. Or like do some like flash and then like show you, I would love to know you back then. I didn't know you then.
10 years ago.
10 years, 15 years old, and I just imagine you being so cute and so charming. What an incredible trip to go on in my mind just now. Anyway, back now to your anecdote.
Picture me?
Picture you. This is how I picture
fashion,
you.
Fashion specifically.
Tamara Lane Conan Vischer, walking into Malibu High School, sophomore year, Mrs. Wasserman's geometry class. He's last to the class because he doesn't give a crud about who's going to be there. He's last to class. Everyone's sitting down. Door opens. Everyone turns their head. It's Tam. He's here. Let's see what he's wearing today. Every day it's different. Well, today, on the day that I'm imagining, which is in towards the beginning of the first semester of your sophomore year, you have a pair of Vans on because you were smart and you knew that you would meet me, and you were just wanting to like do a little sign out there to the universe. It's like, yeah, I know what's happening. Vans here. You have white socks that are up to your knickers. Yeah. Definitely white, definitely long, and definitely thick, even though it's kind of warm out. Plus cargo shorts. Cargo shorts with pockets, 2 pockets on the side, also a 3rd pocket on the front right side. You've got a t-shirt on that has...
Zipper cargos?
No. You have a t-shirt on that is like something that your mom picked out for you, and it's plain, no logos or anything, just plain, and your hair is really long. Your hair is down to here, I'm guessing. It's really curly, really long, really beautiful, and you have a gold chain on, and you're just like, you just walk in like this, and you're just like, I'm Tam. That's how I imagine it. How was it really?
I had long hair past my shoulders. Yes, absolutely, and it was pretty curly, and it was voluminous and salty from surfing all the time. I did not have Van shoes, actually. I wish I did in hindsight. I wish I did, because you've become such an influence in my life, and in a sartorial sense as well. But I had on leather moccasins, dress moccasins. And on top of that... like a little bit even... Never mind. On top of those shoes, a blue polyester dress pant leg hung over those. Looking up the leg, same blue polyester, and then you see the jacket. Purple lining, and you got a blue polyester, I think they called it like angel suits from the 70s. And I wore that.
Look that up. After this is done, look that up. Angel suits.
And I wore that as basically an outfit for 6 months. Senior year, I had a leather briefcase. Yeah.
Why on earth did you have a briefcase full of money?
I wish I was a student.
Like the movies.
I was a student. I was very poor at that time. Very poor. I had no money. No job either.
So no money.
So it's a different image from what you see now and what you pictured back then. And that's what I'm talking about. Absorbing fashion from new people.
Got it. Wow, yes, it all came back. It all came back. Well tied in. Now I know what you mean. Was there someone in high school that you saw on the playground and you were like, that is going to be a cool person? That is something that I think is cool.
In a sartorial sense? No. No.
No.
At that time, I was very focused on my cookies, my bagels and cream cheese, and talking with my buds. And I wasn't looking across the quad that much.
No.
Yes. No. But fashion has become something that is much more important to me. Back then, I had an outfit, wore it all the time. Now, I get different outfits.
Yeah. You're more varied.
I'm more varied.
Life isn't, in high school, we've talked about this on the program before. In high school, life's black and white. It's easy peasy. You go from class to class. Everything's designed out for you. You can have one outfit, one style, and that's that. As you get older, hello, welcome to the new world, the real world. You gotta step out of your boundaries, and you gotta just get a little different. You got to have, sometimes you feel this way, sometimes you feel that way. So it's totally understandable, everything you're saying, and I totally appreciate everything you just said and respect it.
And the viewers, I'd like to ask you, how far does it take for you to go to really get out of your comfort zone? Like, say you're a plaid guy. Are you going to wear a super large baggy t-shirt that has a logo that you see people wearing but you would never wear? Are you ever going to do that? Can you do that?
Also,
why not?
Challenge yourself. Maybe you could. Maybe you should. And maybe you will once this program's over. Once we've talked you through it, if you know what I mean. Now, Tam, one time on this program, you wore a Dropbox t-shirt. I thought that was very evocative and very compelling in sort of this anti-fashion sort of way. Was that on purpose, or was that just by accident?
That was a matter of...
Because sometimes the most fashion-forward people don't even know it. That's just who they are. And part of me thinks that's what kind of person you are.
That one was a matter of convenience. I found that shirt in a drawer, and I have 4 brothers. Lots of shirts are floating around. I found that one in a drawer, and it was the irony of it that made me the irony of the Dropbox icon. Because I'm actually not a Dropbox fan.
No.
I like Google Drive. I'm much more Google Drive.
Any of your friends know that. Me especially. He's always sending me files on Google Drive.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that I think about when I think about fashion is, there's a lot of different types of fashion. There's a lot of people that, wear the same thing. Let's bring it back to the political bodies that are being covered up, enclosed, that are being talked about so much in the news.
Yeah.
How does Trump dress compared to Sanders and Clinton? How does their dress show differences in some of their policies?
Mm-hmm. So Trump, what he does with his fashion is before he goes to bed every night, he takes a bath in orange paint. And the orange paint is diffused with water. So it's not necessarily damaging health-wise, but it definitely does leave
It's more of a henna, which is non-toxic.
Exactly. So it's basically a way that he can get in there with his little doll hands and his little micro penis and just get in his tub with his orange paint diffused with water and just wake up in the next morning, look in the mirror, and feel it. Feel like a carrot. Feel like a winning, beautiful carrot. And that's what he does. Okay, that works for him, obviously, right?
Absolutely.
Not for everyone. Little Marco, he's different. He doesn't do any baths at night. He wakes up every morning.
He's kind of a cold shower guy.
Kind of a cold shower guy. Well, actually, Ted Cruz is the cold shower guy. Ted Cruz takes cold showers all the time because he radiates so much love and joy. You can just see it on his face. He has to tamp it down with cold showers. Little Marco is different. He wakes up every morning and he puts on his boots first. The boots that he loves. He has closets full of boots, all kinds of boots.
Are they just plain boots? Or
No. They're like cowboy boots with little spurs. He collects them all. He loves boots. But one time he tried to wear one out on campaign. It was a big hubbub. Nobody liked it. Everyone was like, "What's up with this?" So he keeps them in his closet. He has
so
closets
that was a fashion
full.
faux pas.
It was a fashion faux pas, exactly. As for Kasich, who cares? He's so boring. I can't even talk about him. Sanders, he has these Goodwill suits. He goes to Goodwill in every town he's in. It's a bit of a campaign trick, but he's doing it. He gets a suit from the Goodwill. He puts it on. He gets down there to the baby Goodwill and he says, "Where's your suits? Let me get one on. Let me see what's happening." And that's what he does. Hillary, oh my God, she's a beast. Talk about fashion all over the place, all over the map.
Always has lapels.
Always has lapels.
Lapels.
Oh. Sometimes she has lapels. Sometimes she has a leather jacket. Sometimes she has, whatever. It doesn't matter. She is definitely the most adventurous out of the bunch. I think although Trump with his baths is pretty adventurous. Speaking of, just a quick aside tonight, there were some elections tonight. I just want to hear a quick recap from Tam. What happened tonight in the primaries in just 30 seconds, and then we'll get back to fashion.
Well, I'd say it was another tough day for some of the people that wanted what they have wanted for the last couple of weeks to happen. There's always disappointment. And when there's winners, there's going to be losers. And that's a fact of life. And there's going to be some redemption because the people who are not getting what they're getting now are going to see some of that next week absorbed by the other camp.
Exactly, and especially after what happened in Michigan, it was a pretty impressive night overall on Hillary's side, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, back to our main story at hand, fashion. Now, Tam, is there any sort of thing that you see walking around out there on Sunset Boulevard where you're just like, that's not working? That is a deal breaker. That shouldn't be allowed in society.
No, absolutely not.
Anything goes.
I say anything goes. Turtleneck under a denim jacket. Overalls over a turtleneck. It's about color. If you're matching the color, you can do any type of...
But are there some color instances of color matching that's going to be a...
No. You can be all monochrome. You can be different chrome.
Can you be chrome?
You
Chrome color?
You can be chrome color. It has to be done right. There's a way to
That's
do
key.
anything.
That's key.
Correctly.
That's very key. That's very key. What about sandals with socks on?
Yes, depending on the brand of sandal. And the thickness of the sock. It's got to be a thin sock.
Yeah.
You can't have any thick socks underneath the sandal. It's got to be thin.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I feel like getting a little closer to you. We're kind of far apart. Well, Pip, I will say, now that he's gotten down, was a little bit much tonight.
He was licking me a lot.
He was a little bit much tonight. And I feel like we might have to talk with him about toning it down. And I realize he wants to get in here.
I think you should talk to him now. I think it'd be a good lesson for him in front of the camera, in front of the viewers, to get a good talking down. Because sometimes you need that.
All right, you
Pip.
hold this. Pip, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. We need to have a talk. Come here.
Pip,
Come here.
Pip.
He knows he's in trouble. Now, Pip, you know that I love you. And you know that Tam loves you. Tam's practically your best friend. And we love having you on Pillow Talk USA. Believe me, we hear more about you and from your fans than we do from our own. But sometimes you have to let the camera shine through your glory onto the host. And I know earlier tonight you were licking us and being a loving beast. And that's all great. But it was too much. It was just too much. Do you understand that? Look into the camera with those beautiful brown eyes and tell me that you understand that.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing.
Okay, I understand.
I
understand. Now, I know you had a rough day, but now that we've calmed down a little bit, can you look into the camera and tell them a little bit about your fashion sense? Sometimes you wear a scarf. What do you think about when you have that scarf on? How does it make you feel? Mm-hmm.
I also like tying it around in that way.
Good. That's a good point. Okay, Cowboy Pip.
Yeah.
Cowboy Pip. All right. So anyway, we're wrapping up tonight. Tam and I are about to go to the spa together, to get naked again together, and disrobe our fashion senses and become just pure humans again. Because at the end of the day, fashion is a passion. Fashion is a way that you can cash in on all of life's great things. But at the end of the day, we're just skin and bones, man.
Just skin and bones. And sometimes these skin and bones can give really good impersonations. And you thought you were going to get out of it.
Oh,
nope. We're doing
okay.
an impersonation tonight.
Okay.
And I think what we should do is... okay, I'm going to give you a scenario.
A scenario?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll play along.
A guy has ordered his drinks at Starbucks, and he gets milk when he didn't want milk. And the guy's fresh off the boat from Jamaica.
Hold this. Hello, man. Mr. Man, behind there. I thought that I ordered a coffee with no milk, and now it has milk. You got to tell me about it. Mon, come on, mon. You gotta have milk. You can't put milk in there, mon. Rasta, man.
Yes. Yes. Man, that is incredible.
As I said, I mean, I am
I was just in a thriving Starbucks with people walking around, hustling, bustling, people on computers,
Hustling,
laptops,
bustling, yep.
and I heard a Jamaican screaming at the lady. For
Everyone
putting
would have
in
looked up. Everyone would have looked up. This poor
everyone would
guy from Jamaica, fresh off the boat, and he gets milk in his way to welcome someone to America.
No.
Okay, so let's just be a little more careful when we're making drinks at Starbucks. Anyway, what a great episode. I felt
Really special.
really special. Let us know, comment. Thanks to YouTube as always. Also, if you want to sign up for the personal videos, just leave a comment. We're doing weekly updates about Tam's romantic life all season.
Yes, and also, just to give you a little precursor of that, at WeSpa, I am meeting a date.
And
I'm
this
very
is the
excited
first time that I'm meeting this person.
Yes,
So
and it's my third date with this girl. I'm very excited about it, and I suggested the spa. So we're gonna
depending
make the
on
spa.
how it goes, we might have to do an update next week. We'll see. All right. And we love you guys so much. Keep it stylish.
Look good out there.
And as always,
Sleep well. Oh, and we've been meaning to say the time
Whoa.
ever.
Oh, right.
Right. Let's
Right.
timestamp this. We're not gonna forget this time. It is 9:33 on Tuesday.
And as always,
Sleep well.